Humm, baby.
Enjoy this great game.
What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to the Humm Baby Baseball channel. This is Eric, and today we're going to rank the City Connect jerseys for 2021 in Major League Baseball. 7 teams to go through: the Diamondbacks, the White Sox, the Red Sox, the Cubs, the Giants, the D-backs, and the Dodgers all wore City Connect jerseys and uniforms this year, and we're going to rank them. This is going to be my ranking, and I want yours in the comment section below, and I'm sure we're all going to disagree, or you're definitely going to disagree with my ranking because it's my ranking. This is just my opinion on these uniforms. And, what am I really grading them on? What, to me, makes a cool City Connect uniform? Just simply something that looks good, that the players, when you're used to seeing their regular uniform, you see them in this uniform, it's just not a complete shock. It's like, oh, actually, that looks pretty cool. Or is it something that's like, oh, too much here, not right there. Sometimes it's not even different enough. So there's a lot to think about and to consider. Now, first of all, I do understand City Connect uniforms are supposed to be different. This is for fun. They're not supposed to look exactly like their regular uniforms, but at the same time, it just doesn't. I just don't want it to just be so off and so crazy that it's just like, whoa. I do not envy the people in charge of making these uniforms, because that's a tall task to try to make something different, cool, but also something that's not going to piss off your fan base that are going to be like, what is that?
What is that? What the fuck is that?
So without further ado, let's get into it. And we're going to start with number 7. And to me, and it's not because I'm a Giants fan, before anyone says that, this is just in all honesty, when I look at these uniforms, to me, my least favorite is the Dodgers. Now, these uniforms are supposed to honor the 40th anniversary of Fernando Mania, which is awesome. The historic World Championship 1981 season that Fernando Valenzuela took the baseball world by storm. Also, inspiration from the Latin community, and you can see Los Dodgers, but it says actually Los Dodgers, even though oftentimes it's spelled D-O-Y-E-R-S, Dodgers, as it's pronounced. But I think perhaps just to avoid any possible controversy or whatever, they just decided, let's just spell it normal. So they spelled it Los Dodgers. I don't like the hat. It's just too busy. A lot of letters there. You got, it says Los Dodgers on the hat. It just takes up a lot of room. It just doesn't look big league to me on the hat. And then the jersey, it looks like a Dodgers jersey. It doesn't really differentiate much other than saying Los Dodgers. And, the Giants have had Los Gigantes or whatever. So it just kind of looks like a standard jersey for the most part. The all blue look actually, I don't know, it doesn't do a ton for me. It's just, we know the Dodgers are blue, so they're going all blue. Okay, I guess they got to be blue. They're the Dodgers, so it makes sense. And I'm not saying it's terrible. It's not terrible. I don't look at it like, oh, it just doesn't seem like, they look at the other team's uniforms, how far out they went and said, we're going to go and do something really special, and the Dodgers pretty much stuck to the tried and true formula. Didn't do much different other than it's all blue, and then the hat just too busy to me. So I'm not saying I hate it. I'm just saying it's just underwhelming to me. I didn't think it was that great. There's a nice little touch there with the little black spray paint look here on the sleeves. That's about it. And it's just that little difference. You might not even notice it. So it doesn't pop to me. It doesn't look overall that great. I appreciate what they're going for. I appreciate all the meanings and just not there. But all these uniforms, not trying to just, say that they suck. They're all decent. None of them actually suck. But so don't get me wrong. I'm just saying this one's my least favorite. And just to prove that I'm not biased against the Dodgers, Giants are coming up next. Coming in at number 6 is the Giants. And again, not saying I hate them, but they were pretty underwhelming. You could see my video. I'll put a link to it up here. But yeah, so the Giants uniforms, they're fairly clean. I mean, they're not like disgusting. It's not like, oh, what's that? That was my reaction to the All-Star Game uniforms. I looked at those and I said, wow! But the Gatorade G was like, what's that about? Like G? Like every other team either says the city, Southside or Wrigleyville or at least Los, and then the team to, respect to the Latin community, whatever. But, it's just, it not only doesn't say the city, it doesn't even say, Los Gigantes. It just says G, which stands for Giants, of course, but it's just kind of strange because it's City Connect. So you'd think there'd be something to do with the city instead of a G, and a Gatorade G at that. And then you got the fog effect, which, and even Kevin Gosman said, there's more to the city than just fog, which is 100% true, but I understand you don't want it to be too busy. So you don't want just everything all over the place. But hey, maybe I don't know. I just think they could have done a little better with it, but it's a very clean look, and the hat is badass. I like the hat. The orange hat is cool. I have no problem with the hat. And all in all, they're fine. I'll just say that they're fine. I gave them a 6 out of 10. I guess I would say probably a 6.5 now. They've kind of grown on me, like I said, which is not great, but not terrible because those All-Star uniforms get a flat 0. Next up, coming at number 5, I got the Chicago Cubs, and I actually like these. The navy blue going all the way, even in the pants. Now, usually, like I said, even with the Dodgers, it just kind of looks, I don't know, somewhat amateurish when teams do this, when it's, you don't have the gray or white pants. But for some reason, this kind of works. I don't mind it. Having the all same color uniform. Wrigleyville across the front is pretty cool. I like that. Representing all the neighborhoods around the area. And you got the Chicago Municipal Device logo, circle with a Y symbolizing the north, south, and main branches of the Chicago River. The only reason they're kind of low, I like them. I really do. They kind of, like I said, kind of an old school look in the jersey. I do like them, but they, I guess, kind of kept it relatively safe. That's the only problem with them, and I think a lot of Cubs fans didn't like them for that reason. And yeah, when we get to the top 4 teams, the next 4 we're going to talk about, going to see why I really like the top 4, especially the top 3. I think the top 3 uniforms are freaking awesome. But those are my bottom 3: Dodgers, Giants, Cubs. And right here in the middle, I have a team that I like in a lot of ways, and I didn't like in a lot of ways, but I think it was cool enough to get into the top 4, and that's the Boston Red Sox. Definitely the most radical design, definitely the biggest departure. You're like, we're used to the red, right? And all of a sudden, this just yellow, popping yellow and very light blue. You got Boston stenciled in the front, and again, the city name, right? You have to have the city name. That's the problem with the Giants. It doesn't say San Francisco anywhere other than the SF on the hat. So Boston, boom. And you got the 617 Marathon bib patch on the left sleeve. That is awesome, paying homage to the Boston Marathon on Patriots Day. And that's a very special part of the culture of Boston. I like they have the standard white pants. It just pops. This looks like a baseball uniform right here. No, it doesn't look like a Boston Red Sox uniform, which is kind of why, like I was saying, it's like, whoa, what is that with the yellow? But then the more I looked at it, the more I researched it and found out, what everything means on it. I actually like it. This is pretty badass. I mean, for an alternate uniform right here, to throw some different colors on there, have a different kind of color scheme that you don't see in Major League Baseball. I actually appreciate the boldness with this uniform and the Boston Red Sox going for it and not being scared to say, hey, we're going different with the City Connect uniforms. We're not just gonna play it safe. You like it or don't like it, we ain't playing it safe, and I appreciate that. The Boston Red Sox, I've come to really like this uniform, and it would be ranked higher if it weren't for the fact that I really, really like the top 3. So let's get into those. And it starts with the Miami Marlins. Paying tribute to the Sugar Kings, that's a AAA affiliate of the Cincinnati Reds that played in Cuba from 46 through 60. It's not the exact same uniform, but in a similar look and color scheme. Paying tribute to, obviously, the huge Cuban population there in Miami. And the colors also just fit Miami, maybe even more so than their normal color scheme, but they still got the blue hats. They got the blue, the blue trim and everything. That's the same color. These colors are actually, if you look at the Miami Marlins colors, they kind of fit some of the colors, but just the way that they pop more with the red, just really cool. Like, I can see these as a regular alternate uniform for the Marlins. I love, the blue trim. Look at the back here. Look at the number popping out in white with the blue kind of trim there. Just, these are some badass uniforms. I really like these with the white stripes. Just super cool uniforms right here. Very close to my top, my number 2 that I'm about to talk about. I had a hard time figuring which would be 2 and which would be 3. But yeah, you have right here, it says Sugar Kings. So overall, yeah, I really like the Miami Marlins City Connect jerseys, uniforms a ton. Marlins coming in at number 3, but just barely, just eking them out, just barely. I'm going to give it to number 2, numero 2, Los Serpientes. Okay, the freaking Diamondbacks. And I really like these babies. The kind of desert gold color. I don't know what it is, but it's just a great color right there. You got the Arizona State flag. That's huge. Really looks good. I love the Diamondbacks logo on the other sleeve. And just the overall desert inspiration here. You can just tell that this just looks like, Arizona. And Phoenix as well, the Valley of the Sun. They maybe didn't go as wild as the Red Sox and some other teams, but it's not just a competition of going the most crazy with it. It's the competition, to me, of just having the most cool look and also differentiating yourself from your normal uniform. And look at the serpientes in cursive here, and the way the S, that is badass, with the snake, with the Diamondback right there. And you got the numbers on the front popping in red. These are some sick uniforms. I gotta get me one of these. I like these. So honestly, if I had to pick one jersey to own, even though this is coming in at number 2, I'm taking this one because I think that's just bomb right there. Look at how it goes with the jeans and stuff. I mean, you could just, I mean, yeah, you're going to get some compliments wearing that. That's a badass uniform, in my opinion. The Diamondbacks coming in at number 2, and they could be number 1 on many lists. But for me, I'm going with the uniform that just most impressed me because it really looks like a White Sox uniform, but at the same time, it really represents the city. It just does everything right here, and it has to be my favorite, and it's coming in at number 1. It is the Chicago White Sox, which says Southside across the front in Gothic font right there. That looks pretty damn cool. Love the pinstripes. And yeah, it's all the same color of black, but it works out with the pinstripes going all the way down. It's got an old school and new school look. How did they pull that off? It kind of has a little bit of both in this uniform, but it looks really awesome, and it really represents the south side of Chicago. Not just Chicago, but the south side. And you have the shy on the hat, and that looks really cool. That pops. You can see the contrast between that and then the Dodgers one. And how the Dodgers hat, I don't know, it just kind of looks, I don't know. It doesn't look like a big league hat, but the White Sox hat, boom. Just too many letters, I think, in the Dodgers hat, for my opinion, for my taste. But all in all, most of the hats are actually pretty cool. And yeah, this Chicago White Sox uniform, to me, just everything that's going pops. Maybe there could have been more, I guess, to represent the city, but what else do you need? I mean, you don't want it to be too busy. Again, these just would look good on anybody to represent the south side of Chicago, and just overall look really awesome in uniforms. Just a great job by the designers. You can see the back. You see the kind of Gothic look too on the number, the gray name there, Giolito or whatever. And all in all, just a fantastic job. And I think it's the best one. And to me, it's very close. The top 3 are actually pretty close. The Marlins, the Diamondbacks, and the White Sox. A lot of people saying the White Sox by a mile. I wouldn't say by a mile, in my opinion, but I will put the White Sox at number 1. That is my ranking for the 7 City Connect uniforms. Let me know what you think. To me, the bottom 3, Dodgers, Giants, Cubs, things I like and a lot of things I don't like about them. The Red Sox, love that they went crazy with it, but a little too much of a departure for me with the yellow, but I still like it a lot. So they're in the middle, but the top 3, the Marlins, Diamondbacks, and White Sox, all bomb. But I know opinions are going to differ. Let me know what you think. Eric, you're a complete idiot, dude. This is the correct ranking. Okay, that's cool. Let me know. Put me in my place. I appreciate that. But other than that, that's my ranking for the City Connect uniforms for 2021. Thank you guys for checking out this video. If you enjoyed it, hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up button. Look forward to more videos like this. We do post games here. We do predictions. We do team previews before every single season. We do it all right here. If it's baseball related, we are doing it here at the Humm Baby Baseball channel. So please hit that subscribe button. We do stadium reviews as well. Look for more of those coming very, very soon. Going to be back at Oracle soon to wrap up my final video and my final footage to do an Oracle Park review. I can't wait for that one. But overall, you guys have been awesome. Have a great day. We will talk to you next time. See ya. When the Giants come to town, it's 5